EA Sports FC is releasing soon, and there are so many things in this game that I want. Starting off with the first one, I want the stats to actually mean something in EA Sports FC. Throughout the years, we have had a ton of different players who have been the best of the best in world football. But more often than not, the stats that are replicated on that player don't line up with how they actually perform. For example, Erling Haaland is one of the best goal scorers in world football right now. But if you wanted to go and use his card in kickoff, career mode or ultimate team, he won't play how his stats say. And this is down to a number of different things, including game mechanics, like lengthy running style. What does that even mean? Genuinely now, what does lengthy mean? And that is the first of 10 things that I want in EA Sports FC. And hopefully, if you drop a like on this video, comment down below with what you want in EA Sports FC. Maybe EA will see this video and maybe add some of the things that we say, so just go and start commenting. But if you don't want to comment, I'll give you a bit more incentive. If you want to win a copy of EA Sports FC, just do exactly what I've said. And if you want to build the best team possible in FIFA 23, make sure to go and buy some coins from Mule Factory. Use that code LE5G. Moving into the next point about EA Sports FC that I really want to see included, it's going to be talking about the National League. The National League is the lowest professional league in English football. However, this point that I'm talking about covers a whole variety of different things. One thing that I'm really not that keen on in stuff like career mode and kickoff is the inability to play with lower rated teams. For example, this past season, Wrexham have done an absolute madness, getting over 100 points in the National League. They've taken the football world by storm, and as a result, I would love to play with them in FIFA, but the coverage that they've got isn't the best. So for EA Sports FC, I want the National League to be included in the game. And I think that this could tie into my next point, which is talking about the progression in different game modes. I think having those lower leagues would be perfect for things like career mode. Being able to start off with a Panorama national team and take them all the way up to the Premier League should be something that we're able to do. I don't want to have to start in League 2 in the English League to get up to the Premier League. And in addition to that as well, I think the sort of immersiveness and the realism of career mode needs to be improved just of the overall match day experience. For example, if I'm playing in League 2, I shouldn't have a full stadium max capacity at 90,000. I think it'd be really good to see the progression. As you move up the divisions, you get more fans. As you move up the divisions, the sponsorships change. As you move up the divisions, the kit numbers on the back of the shirts change to match the league that you're in. I feel like career mode needs a massive overhaul in terms of realism, because for me as a ultimate team predominant player, it's not enough for career mode how it is at the minute to sort of entice me to play, besides making content. And moving into my fourth point, it's obviously going to be talking about online career mode. I've alluded to this being a possibility for EA Sports FC, but we've not seen anything concrete just yet. And as you go through the seasons, things get a bit boring, things get a bit repetitive, and overall things get a bit unrealistic. However, I feel like if we had something like an online career mode, it would get me playing the game a lot more. Imagine going into the Premier League season, playing against 20 other teams, and all of those other teams are being managed by different people. And I feel like that this could be something that could be incorporated into EA Sports FC. And again, for me, I just don't see why it isn't a thing. It would get people playing the game longer. Like, for example, now when Ultimate Team's the tiniest bit dead, I'd jump onto an online career mode and start against some friends. Or maybe it's still single player, but for example, when you go into a game, instead of playing against the AI, you're playing against someone else who's playing as Newcastle and they've got their own save. You understand what I'm saying? The possibilities are honestly endless for this. And this is going to move into my next point, that pro clubs needs to be improved for EA Sports FC. I feel like it's become like a bit of a running joke now, where we all say we want pro clubs upgrades, we want this, we want that, and nothing ever happens. Every single year we see the different communities around the pro clubs game mode call out to EA for changes, and every single year they're always ignored. In my opinion, Pro Clubs is one of the best game modes in FIFA. And if EA weren't so obsessed with making money and getting people addicted to opening packs, I feel like this game mode is a no-brainer for esports. Like, when you go and play football, it's 11v11. So why is our esports opportunity through 1v1 Ultimate Team? It doesn't make any sense. Well, it does. It's all about money. Logically speaking, Pro Clubs is the best game mode in FIFA, and it should be reflected in that in esports. I personally played in some competitive Pro Clubs, and genuinely it was some of the best times that I've had playing FIFA. Connection between other people that I'd never met before. Personally for me, that's what gaming's all about, not loot boxes. How Pro Clubs is at the minute is stupidly boring, and I don't really feel like I play the game mode enough to really pass too much comment, but something needs to change, and to be honest, Pro Clubs players deserve change as well. And this moves into my next point, and this is going to be talking about a stadium builder. Now this is a feature which is a bit out there, I'll be completely honest with you, but a stadium builder, it's not too far away, you know. We've already seen different game modes giving the opportunity to people to build their own stadiums. Take a look at MLB for example. There's a whole host of people who just make content about building stadiums. But I feel like for whatever reason, FIFA is really close to having it, because we have got it in Ultimate Team where we can sort of change the customization and stuff like that, but overall it's not very good. What I want to do is build my own stadium from scratch. I don't want to go and make the lines blue around the pitch. I don't want to go and put a trophy that I've just got from Ultimate Team on the side of the pitch. I want to build my stands. I want to build the pitch. I want to put a burger van outside the stadium if I want to. I want a stadium creator. For example, EA lets you create your own club now, but for whatever reason I can't create my own stadium. Just the options are so limited for what you can and can't do in terms of customizability. It's actually driving me insane. And starting off with the first one for Ultimate Team is going to be talking about the transfer market. The way that FIFA's gone over the past few years, we get a promo pretty much every single week, and I feel like the transfer market is just way too limited in how it works. And not only that as well, when you're actually using the transfer market, there's so many glitches and things wrong with it that you can't use it effectively to actually search up on the market. Say for example, when you search up on the market, you can go and find a player who looks like a deal, you go and try and buy it, and it's already expired, and it's been expired for the past like 30 seconds or whatever. In addition to that as well, there should be some kind of filter in there where you can filter it by rating. The fact that we don't have this already is ridiculous. Like, we've had SBCs in the game since FIFA 17. They've always needed a rating requirement, yet I can't search up on the market just for 84 rated cards. And one thing in particular that definitely needs to change for Ultimate Team is squad battles. This game mode was introduced a few years ago, and I can say with my hand on my heart that this is genuinely one of the worst game modes in Ultimate Team. Not only has it been the same game mode for the past few years, but for the past few years it has been the same thing over and over again. Playing against AI to get points which you can then get for rewards. Now, it's just so boring. It's just so boring. And it's looking like the same for this next point. Draft needs to change. So the FUT draft was introduced back in FIFA 16. It took the world by storm. People uploading 196 FUT draft, 197, 198, 199. Everyone went mental for draft when it first came out. However, since FIFA 16, the draft game mode hasn't changed. And there's a couple of things in particular that definitely need to change for this game mode. The player roster, when you're actually completing the FUT draft, needs to be different. I don't want to see a gold common player in a FUT draft in July. I just don't care about it. You could maybe include something like mini games where I go over to my centre back, I go and open it, and then there's a mini game option where I can go and do some defending trials to increase the sort of chance of me getting a good player at centre back. And in addition to that as well, there should never be a time where I finish the FUT draft after winning the FUT draft and don't get a FUT draft token back. But boys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to go and watch this one right here. You will absolutely love it. Yeah, please. Oosh.